Welcome to our Gemswick Church of the Nazarene Royalty Cell meeting. Our reading is taken from Revelation chapter 2 verse 18 to 29.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 18 to 29. Write this letter to the angel of the church in Thyatira. This is the message from the Son of God, whose eyes are like flames of fire, whose feet are like polished bronze. I know all the things you do. I have seen your love, your faith, your service, and your patient endurance. And I can see your constant improvement in all these things. But I have this complaint against you. You are permitting that woman, that Jezebel, who calls herself a prophet, to lead my servants astray. She teaches them to commit sexual sin and to eat food offered to idols. I give her time to repent, but she does not want to turn away from her immorality. Therefore, I will throw her on a bed of suffering, and those who commit adultery with her will suffer greatly unless they repent and turn away from her evil deeds. I will strike her children dead. Then all the churches will know that I am the one who searches out the thoughts and intentions of every person. And I will give to each of you whatever you deserve. But I also have a message for the rest of you in Thyatira who have not followed this false teaching. Deeper truths, as they call them, depths of Satan, actually. I will ask nothing more of you except that you hold tightly to what you have until I come. To all who are victorious, who obey me to the very end, to them I will give authority over all the nations. They will rule the nations with an iron rod and smash them like clay pots. They will have the same authority I received from my Father, and I will also give them the morning star. Anyone with ears to hear must listen to the Spirit and understand what he is saying to the churches. Okay, so verse 18 of Revelation chapter 2, and we're looking at 18 to 29. Verse 18, just as usual, it is saying this is a letter, it's addressed to the church leader, and it's a message from Jesus through John. Verse 19, Jesus is saying, I like your works. I have no problem with the deeds that you are doing. In verse 20, Jesus is saying, what I don't like is that you're encouraging this Jezebel type character and her teachings, and the teaching people to get involved in sexual immorality and to eat foods that are sacrificed to idols. In verse 21, Jesus is saying, hey, I've given time to this Jezebel, to those characters, to those so-called prophets that teach these things. I've given them time to repent and to turn from their wicked ways. In verse 22 to 23, Jesus is saying, hey, this time is not indefinite. At some point in time, justice and punishment must prevail. So if the wicked do wicked, there'll be a time when it looks like they get away with it, but eventually they'll have to pay the price. They will suffer consequences. In verse 24, Jesus is saying, but hey, to those of you who are not doing wickedness, who are following my way, who are reading the Bible and doing the things that the Bible says, hey, all I'm saying to you is to hold on. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged because wicked people appear to be getting through. Instead, hold on. Continue to do what you've been doing. And verse 23 to 28 is saying, if you hold on, if you continue to do what you're doing, you will win in the end. And not only will you win, but you will actually prosper over and above those who were wicked. They will be like weak to you. That's why he speaks about they'll be like clay, because they break so easy. They'll be weak and you will be strong. So hold on. Right? So then Jesus goes on from day 29 to say, hey, if you have ears, listen, hear, do what is being said to you in Revelation. Make sure that you're doing the right thing when I come. 4 points that I just want to highlight. 1, the word Thyatira is said to mean sacrifice, and indeed we can see the church was doing a lot of good deeds and making a lot of sacrifices. 2, Jezebel's name is mentioned. Jezebel is an Old Testament villain that killed a lot of God's prophets and also caused Israel to worship false idols. 3, Thyatira Church also is thought to refer to a specific era in time, that era being 500 to 1500 AD, as that era represents the time when the church actually started to split apart and all the different denominations started to form, and they split apart because of problems in doctrine. One of the doctrines being over the Pope, and the idea that the Pope is the equal to Christ on earth. And number 4 was mentioned that Jesus said that he would give them the morning star. The morning star in this context is said to refer to Jesus himself. So Jesus is saying, you will have me if you do the things that you are supposed to do. Thank you.
Remember to leave questions, comments, or nuggets of enlightenment. Love you all. Bye.